Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback. Artificial intelligence is certainly disrupting the marketplace, and I would say the space that I play in, certainly with coaching, has been disrupted as well. Now, we've taken on a different tact of using AI to help leaders actually do human-based coaching. Yet more and more, as people are getting busier and busier, we thought, well, wait a minute. ChatGPT, Claude, it's going to make things easier. It's going to save people time. You know what's interesting? I think people are busier than ever. So what do we do? And recently I was in about 3 meetings with 3 distinctly different companies, and they were talking about their leaders and how busy they were. I wish there was a way we could automate our coaching. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, we've talked about this. Of course you can. I think about questions. I'm going to throw out a concept to you. It's going to seem dumb. Now, we tend to use jot forms. We love jot forms, great company. And when I fill out or I create an assessment for a client and people go, oh yeah, they completed the assessment. I go, wait a minute, do you understand they're actually answering coaching questions? And they said, oh yeah. I said, questions don't always have to be asked by a human being. They can be asked via an assessment. They can be asked via a journal document where the employee's asking themselves the question, like, what did I do successfully? Where can I improve? Questions build self-awareness. Then if we craft out activities, wouldn't it be neat if we said, here are the 3 activities, choose one of these 3 this week that you're going to do with a teammate? That shows initiative on the part of the employee. And let's say they fill out this assessment, they do their activities, they share their successes, challenges, what have you, and we had an intelligent automation AI tool that said, well, based on what you shared, here's what you need to continue to do. And we send that information to the employee. And we say to the manager, here's what your employer or employees are doing. Here's what you need to do for each one of them. Here's a coaching plan, along with an executive summary. Wouldn't it be neat if we leveraged the power of self-coaching? See, we often think AI is going to go coach our employees. It's going to get rid of leaders having to coach or coaches. Not true. Here's why. If you have a person who's negative and they lack self-awareness, which they typically do, they're not going to go to an AI tool and say, I'd like some coaching. My attitude stinks. Help. Gosh, I hope you're laughing. What they're going to do is they're going to fudge it. They're going to not really be honest with themselves, and therefore the AI is going to get data and information that's going to skew the perspective or the opportunity that coaching provides. So here's the challenge. But a leader will see facial expressions. A leader will have context of the employee's history and how they interact from a visibility standpoint with other teammates. So what this does, everybody, is it puts into perspective this power of something called self-coaching. Now, at the age of 62, I still remember Dr. Russell Robinson at UW-Milwaukee, and he always said, people prefer to learn on their own. Yet in the corporate world, for decades, we'd get everybody in these large workshop seminar rooms. Why? Just was easier to schedule. Now, if we have people who are learning on their own, do you know that people are up to 23% happier when they're learning outside of their job? Maybe even specific to their job, but outside their job timeframes. When people are learning, they're happier. Neurologically, physiologically, they stimulate something that's exciting versus just, I want to do my job and go home. Those people will get lulled into complacency. So how do you structure self-coaching? How do you use automation? How do you use AI? Now, we actually have a platform that we've built that we custom built, as well as we have product-driven categories like motivation, teamwork, taking initiative, decisive decision-making, etc. And we actually put self-coaching on this platform that we built called Sidekick. It runs parallel to the leader's expectations and what the employee wants, but allows the leader to see what they're learning, what they're doing, what actions they're taking, not only from the assessment, but from the intelligent automation and artificial intelligence using our framework called Qualms that positions the leader and the employee to know what their next steps are. That's what Sidekick is. Reach out to us if you have questions. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.